What's up guys, we're at Gary Camille's Fitness City. Right now I'm going to show you guys what my pre-workout and my intra-workout supplementation is like right now. I'm doing the Fury, the watermelon. And actually what I like to do is take the nitro and open them up and actually dump them in my pre-workout. So this is going to give me a little bit of recovery right off the bat. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to open these up, the nitro pills, and pour 1 pack in my pre-workout, but then I'm actually going to take these as they already are. So I'm not going to pour these out, I'm just going to take them regularly. So it's kind of like a time release thing. So I'm getting it very, very quickly in the powder with my pre-workout, but then this is going to take a little bit to digest. And so I'm going to be getting it a little bit later. And then I'm also, on top of that, going to be taking aminos intra-workout. It's just something I've always done. That way I'm always getting that recovery throughout the workout and even before the workout. I take the whole thing at once. Except one. Oh God. We did the Fury and we did the nitro. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna mix the Atomic 7 with the juiced aminos. And then another staple to my intra and pre-workout is gonna be the creatine. And we're ready for our workout. Do a little sip first. Oh, that's good. That groovy grape though. Love it. So just like I always train, I like to start off with something that's isolated, such as the wide grip cable curls is what I start off with the biceps. For the triceps, I started off with the Tricep Pushdown to really isolate the muscle fibers that I'm trying to hit and not, hitting the shoulders or the chest or anything like that. I'm really focusing on the muscle I'm trying to work that day. So that's what I started off with something more isolated, a little bit lighter, and really warmed up the joints. And then I moved on to heavier compound movements, such as like the preacher curl and the skull crushers for triceps and biceps. And of course, I actually went back and forth. I hit 2 bicep exercises, then I did 2 tricep exercises, then I went back and forth, bicep and tricep. That way it gives, one part of my arm a break, and then and it can be recovering, whereas I hit the other part of the arm. And following the heavy compound movements, I did a superset of biceps and triceps. So on that one, I did, for biceps, I did hammer curls, and then I quickly moved on to another tricep pushdown, but it was a reverse grip, so it was targeting a different area of the tricep. So as long as I'm making sure to hit every angle of the bicep, every angle of the tricep, and really maximizing and expanding the muscles as far as I can, then I feel like it was a successful day, and which it was. So did that, started off, like I said, with an isolated movement, lighter weight, more reps, moved on to heavy compound movements, increased the weight, and then I finished with a superset of biceps and triceps together. So you'd probably think that because my arms are one of the better body parts that I have, and they've always been a little bit bigger than, or easier to grow, that you'd think I'd probably be a little bit stronger in my arms. But however, arms, or biceps specifically, are actually one of my weaker muscle groups. So I believe it has to do with basically the force angle of my arms. My arms are a bit shorter, as compared to someone who might have a longer wingspan. Therefore, someone who has longer arms are gonna typically lift more weight because the leverage is a lot more. It's kind of like if you take a broomstick, the longer broomstick will be able to, push over more weight than if it was a smaller broomstick trying to push over the weight. So the fact that my arms here are a little bit shorter, as opposed to someone who might have a little bit longer forearm, it's not going to lift this heavy weight. But for bodybuilding, the weight doesn't necessarily matter as long as it's heavy for me and I'm tearing down the muscle fibers and really expanding the muscles itself and getting a good pump, really that's all that matters to me, as long as I'm growing my body in proportion to the other muscles. As far as the weight and lifting more weight than someone else, that's for the birds. It's for a power lifter, not for a bodybuilder. This is what I typically use for post-workout, is a really good whey isolate protein and a little bit of glutamine. So I like to do about 50 grams of protein with about 5 extra grams of glutamine, which is exactly what this is dosed at. In addition to that, right now my carbohydrates post-workout is about 50 grams as well. So that's why we're gonna eat one bagel with this post-workout protein and glutamine. If it's like any of the other flavors, it's gonna be awesome. That's legit. It literally tastes like a cupcake or a birthday cake and icing. That's good. And I just want to give a special thank you to Gary Camille here at Fitness City in New Jersey for letting me come out and train at his gym. This is a very unique gym. It's got an outside portion and an inside portion. Today we trained on the outside just because it's a nice day, but I want to give a special thank you to Gary, so appreciate it.